Hi everybody, welcome back to the Goody Zone. My name is Goody and let's talk about hair. The video was inspired by the Takes video on unraveling Rory Gilmore's locks, and I will be linking that all my references down below. Hair can tell us a lot about a person's state of mind and development. Dr. Susan Cross Whitbourne wrote in an article for Psychology Today that because hair is so visible, it becomes a part of a person's identity. It helps define the persona you aim to create to impress others. Whether as an intellectual, a sexual being, a rebel, or some combination of the above, hair can also influence the way you define yourself to yourself as an extension of your identity. Now this is a part 2. I have part 1 talking about Elsa's hair. Now this is a part 2 for Anna, and this is how I'm going to concentrate the video. I will be talking about the hair as an extensional representation of that character's mindset, and I will be referencing the time that it's being worn or when it changes. So let's start. Now, pigtails usually show immaturity, the carelessness and freedom of a child. They're very common for children to wear. So the fact that she's wearing them as she's playing with her sister in the snow that she's making, it just shows that she doesn't really understand repercussions and that she doesn't really understand consequences. And I don't mean, or effects in this case, because I don't mean that in a way that Elsa wanted to hurt Anna. I mean that, as a child, you don't understand that, maybe you shouldn't do certain things because they will bring unwanted results. As she asked Elsa to go play with her, Elsa does, and that resulted in her, since there was no one around, in her getting hurt. So it just shows that she's immature and she's careless and free as a child. Now, when we move up to the updo in Elsa's coronation day, we see that the bun is very elevated. Unlike Elsa's updo that showed that she was conservative and that she was shy and she was very insecure, Anna's updo is completely up. The bun is up, not down like Elsa's. That bun represents that she is very optimistic about the world. She has high expectations from it. She believes that there's good in everything and everyone. Even though she's also been secluded just like Elsa, she isn't afraid of the world or what she would do to her. She invites it in. You just see that high bun as optimism as a whole, and her longing to see the world, and how kind of naive she is of it, because she still believes in true love, and she falls in love. She's using this hairstyle as she falls in love with Hans. So we see that she's very optimistic and she doesn't know how to differentiate good from bad. The ribbon around her bun shows that she wants attention, but it's not in a negative way. She just wants attention. She's been secluded. She wants people to notice her, because a way to decorate that bun is to attract attention. So it's normal. It just shows that she's friendly and she still has that childlike mentality, because children tend to decorate a lot of things, or things that shouldn't be decorated, kids tend to do it. So that ribbon also shows that she wants attention and she still has that childness inside of her. Now when we fast forward to her looking for Elsa, she has 2 pigtail braids. Now when we go to the pigtail braids, this is, again, it shows it's a throwback to her childhood. It still shows she's naive and immature. Remember, she still believes in love at first sight and she still loves Hans. And the geometric complexity of the braids is her complex thoughts about her sister. Again, unlike Elsa's one braid, one braid because Elsa concentrates on herself, not in a selfish manner, but in a way to protect others from herself, so she'll always has to be aware of herself. Anna has 2 braids, which means that there's 2 sisters. Again, braids have a geometric pattern to them, which means that they have complex structures, and this means that there's a complexity between these 2 sisters. That there's a complexity to Elsa's and Anna's relationship. She doesn't know how to feel toward her sister. She really doesn't understand why her sister, always pushes her away. She wants to be with her sister and she wants to communicate with her, but Elsa doesn't feel the same way, or not because she doesn't want to, it's because she's scared that she might hurt her. So Anna doesn't know about the powers, and this brings a lot of scattered thoughts and feelings toward her sister that she doesn't really know how to deal with at this time. Now in Frozen 2, Anna is first seen with a half up, half down kind of look. We still see that there's some scattered thoughts because of the braids. This translates to her conversations, we still see that complex type of pattern, because she first starts the conversation very normal, but as she progresses, train of thoughts along with her words start to spiral. And we see that, you know, she starts the conversation normal and ends it with like really rapid thoughts and words. So this just means that her mind is not steady. Anna is frustrated that Elsa isn't as open as she wants her to be, so that causes her to drift her thoughts when speaking. Again, a complex hairstyle for a complex relationship. There is a difference here. Before, the two braids from before, there were two big braids, versus here that it's two little braids. You know, she has part of that resolution in the first movie, that her and Elsa finally have this communication that she wants and she knows the truth. However, here in the second movie, she wants Elsa to look for help, unlike in the first movie where she didn't. And Elsa not wanting to ask for help frustrates Anna, and that's why we see two little braids again to represent two sisters, but the minimizing of the size means that the issue is not as big as it used to be. The second part is her being okay with Elsa and knowing the truth about her and her powers. Their sibling bond and issues had a resolution, but not a complete one. Now finally, her updo in her coronation. Unlike Elsa's updo, Anna's isn't showing conservativeness or insecurity. It shows full maturity. As she steps up as leader of Arendelle, it represents her growth as a person, a sister, and a leader. It symbolizes her prudence when making tough decisions, like sacrificing her life in order to break the bridge so the monsters wouldn't reach Arendelle. It is her completion into adulthood and as the right leader for Arendelle. For watching, I hope you guys liked it. Do you agree? Do you have other thoughts? Tell me down below. If you want, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and subscribe if you want. So I'll see you next time.